I'm Michelle Morris, and I'm the coordinator for the Congregation Resourcing System, or CouRSe. And I've made this video in order to teach you how to go ahead and log on and build an account in CouRSe. So I'm going to do that using one of our email addresses that you can reach out to if you have any troubles. Well, I'm going to go ahead and build an account for that particular account, though, so that you have a chance to see how this process works. So the first thing that I'm going to tell you to do is to go to arumc.myabsorb.com. That's arumc.myabsorb.com. That will take you to, just a second, I'm going to share my screen and show you what the screen will look like. That will take you to this screen right here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and wipe out my usual login information, and I'm going to build this new account so that you can see what will happen. So the first thing that you want to do whenever you get to arumc.myabsorb.com is type in your username, and we're suggesting that everyone's username be your email address. So just type in your email address, then build yourself a password. And make sure that you write it, well, I mean, they tell you not to write down your password. Make sure you have some way to remember it. If you don't, you can always do the forget password option and we'll generate a new one for you. But then what you want to do from there is sign up. And here is where you will put in, oh, excuse me, that's not me. So this is, we're going to call this course administrator. And then it's going to ask for your address. And you note that the address does not have an asterisk. Any of the entries here that have an asterisk, we do require that you have listed in here, but we're not requiring your address. Now, we encourage you to put that in there in case we need to mail anything out, or also if we have your city, there may be times where we're targeting particular courses to a region, and so it will be helpful to have that information. So I'm just going to put in the conference address for this one. Make sure that you click your state. Actually, maybe it's going to put it in there. No. Then the next thing that you need to do is choose your language. And I will say a note here, if you want to choose Spanish or if you want to choose Vietnamese or another language option, then all of the material that's on the surrounding pieces, that's on the pre-built pages, will be displayed in your language. The courses themselves, no, not so much. So just be aware of that. We are working on ways to be more accessible to folks in other languages, but if you want to at least have the instructions in your native language, then by all means choose those. Then here you have an option of putting in your church name, and again, that is optional, but the reason that I would encourage you to go ahead and do that would be, again, if we build a particular course for people from that church or for a group of churches, then it will be helpful to have you listed as that church. And then the next option that you have is to choose whether you're a laity or pastor. And for the course of being able to show the whole system here, I'm going to go ahead and choose pastor on this one. The reason that we're asking for the difference between laity and pastor is, again, we're going to have certain courses geared at certain populations. So if we have a course that's particularly to equip lay people, we'd like to know that you're laity, and we'll have that sent out. We have some courses that are very specific to pastor training, so it'd be good for us to know that if you're a pastor. So like I said, I'm just going to choose pastor just so I can answer all these questions here. And we're going to say that this pastor is, let's say, a provisional deacon. And then we ask age range, and again, this is optional information. The only thing that I will say is that we are talking about having some courses that if they have any material that we deem might be inappropriate for children, we would restrict those to not allow a child or perhaps a tween or a youth to be able to register for those. So if you choose prefer not to answer, then you will be lumped in with child, tween, and youth, just simply because we want to practice safe sanctuary with our material. So that's your option. If it's a course that's open to everybody, it'll be open to you, but if it's not open to anyone under the age of 17, then you wouldn't be eligible for that as well. So we're going to say that this provisional deacon is 36 to 45. Then it's going to ask if you're a United Methodist. We're going to say yes. If you're a United Methodist, are you in the Arkansas Conference? We're going to say yes. And if you're in the Arkansas Conference, which district? So you choose your district there. I am going to say that it will be helpful if you periodically go in and check this information. For instance, this person's a provisional deacon. Hopefully they'll be ordained. So at some point they will want to go in and change that. You might also want to change your age range. And then you may move around and go to a different church. Let us know that as well, or maybe your address changes. So periodically just check in and update your information. Okay, so we're going to sign up. And here we are. And as soon as you sign up, you will be given this customized login page. You can see here that you have, if you were enrolled in a class, you can just click resume and it'll go straight into the most recent class you took and where you left off. You can see what courses you're enrolled in. You can check our Twitter feed. You can see any messages that are generated by the system. You can check your calendar. If there are due dates for any of the particular courses, they'll be loaded in there. And then you can click on catalog to show what courses you are eligible to sign up for. And you can see transcript to see what courses you've taken. And resources are just any general resources that are available to anyone taking the class. So that's all there is to signing up. And we'll show you as we get more courses built. I'll continue this video to show you how you actually sign up for courses and how you go through the course procedure. So thanks for coming by.